My name is Dr. Claire Strode. I'm the owner and orthodontist here at Strode Orthodontics. You may run into me out at the soccer fields or out on the baseball diamonds. The things that I love most about orthodontics are when patients tell me how much they enjoy their smile and how much more confidence they have after having their treatment. We love serving the families and people here in South Johnson County and also surrounding areas. And I look forward to serving you and your family.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hills Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
This is your home for the Broncos. Spring Hill Sports Live.
Busher, though, with the rebound. She'll go right back up with it. Gets contact and the foul. Final seconds of this first quarter. 3 on the way by Herman. Big 3 to close out the first. Over to Schultz, nearly stolen away it is. Miller, throw it out for Gaw. Gaw being trailed. Hudson elevates and lays it in. Why he didn't shoot that, I don't know. Bruce will go from way down. Oh, baked it in! Yeah. Baked it in! My God. How about them apples? Wow.
It's time for the Broncos on your home for Spring Hill High School athletics. Spring Hill Sports Live.
Seaman High School here in the city capital, Topeka, Kansas, our site for tonight's UKC preview doubleheader here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics. Strode Orthodontics specializes in creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and the staff at Strode Ortho are experienced, highly trained orthodontic specialists with decades of combined experience. Locations in Spring Hill, in Olathe, and Overland Park. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. It is our pregame show presented by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Visit ComfortDesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. It's the Lady Broncos and the Lady Vikings to take the first round of the doubleheader tonight here in Topeka, Kansas. Good evening, and thanks for joining us here on Spring Hill Sports Live alongside Spring Hill's finest, Caden Carvalho. I'm Brendan Bolin, and Caden, Coach Tunnel is 1-0 already against the UKC, having faced the Basler Linwood Lady Bobcats back on December 13th, 58-38 the final score of that one. And this was a team in the Lady Vikings that just previously lost to the Lady Bobcats, a score of 49-68. So, Caden, this is kind of a tale of two different times that both these teams played the Lady Bobcats. For the Lady Broncos, it was earlier in the season, and for the Lady Vikings, it's now a primed and ready Bobcats team that surely had their whole starting lineup in double figures that night. So what do you kind of tell from this matchup in terms of how these two teams stack up against each other?
I mean, anytime you can get a second crack at somebody, that's always a good sign, especially, you're playing them on their home court, which is definitely a great opportunity to try and get a win against them. It's just a great opportunity all around for the girls, especially to try and hopefully they can capitalize off of their big tournament win that they had at Top Gun. It should be a good night of basketball for the girls.
And let's talk about that Top Gun tournament. Broncos won 62-59 in a double overtime thriller. And Caden, let me tell you, I don't think by any means it was all that easy. But the Broncos did the thing and won their third straight Top Gun tournament championship against a Bulldogs team that felt like they could not miss from three-point range. 38% were the Bulldogs from three-point range. But the Broncos, they were steady in the mid-range, and that's what propelled them to a big win. And also, can't forget, Aubrey Meter was able to get to the free throw line several times in that game. She had several trips, ended 7 of 8 from the free throw line that night. That's what helped the Broncos carry themselves over Baldwin.
Yeah, Baldwin, they really came to play that night, and as they should, right? You're playing a Frontier League foe, and in a tournament championship game like that, definitely made it for some good basketball and some good action. They had a lot of their players step up, but our players did a lot more, and it made for a good finish to that tournament.
And Coach Tuttle quoted Audi Crook saying, "You wouldn't be playing your worst basketball in January," but that was the complete opposite of what the Lady Broncos did. They played some of their best basketball in the month of January. They went 6-2 in the month of January, an impressive feat. The only losses coming to Bonner Springs, which was a game that just kind of fell out of their hands towards late, and then also you can't forget that game against Ottawa where it was just difficult to stop Leah Askins-Dietrich. But so far, the Broncos have been unstoppable offensively. So how do they need to carry that into a team like Topeka Seaman, who in the last 5 years, they've been one of the top programs in 5A?
Just control what you can control, and don't change anything that you've done to get you to this point. And there certainly have a lot of people stepped up in the Wellsville series, and hopefully some others can step up in these games coming up in late February and into March.
These two teams will face off pretty often here next year and the years to come. The Broncos and the Vikings will have starters and opening tip for you next. You're on your home of the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience, with our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
For land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
First Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here at our Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Lady Broncos, Lady Vikings to open up tonight's doubleheader here from Seaman High School. We'll take a look at the starting lineups. First for our home side, Lady Vikings, who enter in 8-6 on the year, 6-4 in UKC play. Starting 5'10", sophomore number 10, Lydia Dreyer. At 5'8", junior, number 13, Bryn Spencer. At 5'7", junior, number 15, Kara Beaton. At number 23, a 5'10", freshman, number 23, Bailey Ayers. And at 5'10", senior, number 32, Maddie Gregg. Of course, Lady Vikings led by two-time UKC Coach of the Year, Matt Tinsley, in his 9th year. Take a look at the Lady Broncos. Of course, will probably be the usual starting 5. It's a 5'10", senior, number 12, Aubrey Meter. A 5'7", sophomore, number 13, Addie McConnell. A 5'4", freshman, number 14, Kylan Herman. A 5'11", senior, number 20, Isla Herman. And a 5'10", senior, number 21, Isabel Harris. Of course, Lady Broncos led by 4th-year head coach Paige Tuttle. We're about 3 minutes away from tip-off. Lady Broncos, Lady Vikings. Be back with you after tip-off and after anthem here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Find whole body wellness with Sozo Chiropractic in downtown Spring Hill. Relax and recharge with medical grade infrared. Experience natural relief with dry needling and acupuncture. Or try stem wave therapy, a cutting edge option for pain relief and healing. Whether it's you, your kids, or your family, Sozo Chiropractic is here to help you feel your best. Visit us at 102 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-0010. Sozo Chiropractic. Relax, restore, and live well.
My name is Dr. Claire Strode. I'm the owner and orthodontist here at Strode Orthodontics. You may run into me out at the soccer fields or out on the baseball diamonds. The things that I love most about orthodontics are when patients tell me how much they enjoy their smile and how much more confidence they have after having their treatment. We love serving the families and people here in South Johnson County and also surrounding areas. And I look forward to serving you and your family.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, Coach Tuttle getting her girls ready on a 5-game win streak, looking to make it 6 here on the road in Topeka. Now time for our tip-off, presented by Dan the Tailor Man. With high-quality suits and tuxedos, you'll look your absolute best for any occasion with the perfect fit guaranteed. For about the cost of a rental, you'll get the suit, tie, pocket square, and lifetime alterations. Wedding, prom, or that black tie affair, call Dan the Tailor Man for a free consultation at 913-541-1192. Dreher and Harris in the middle. Broncos win tip, and away we go in Topeka. Just one change in the lineup for the Lady Vikings. Claire Pavogel, the 5'2 sophomore, will get things going early. Meter tries her lock from 3, and off the bat she drills it. Aubrey Meter gets the scoring going, and you're going to have to make threes hit. You're going to have to hit all your threes against a team like Seaman. Team is so dominant from the perimeter. And the look down low, no good. A rebound, Isabel Harris. Off the miss of Lydia Dreher. Early 3-0 Bronco lead. This is Meter. Harris on the pop. Kylan Herman drives in. Baseline floater, no good. Battered around and rebounded by Kara Beaton. And Gregg being harassed by Kylan Herman. And the Vikings eventually across the timeline at Claire Pavogel.
Kylan must have gained some confidence after the Wellsville tournament.
Gregg's 3 does not go. Rebound to Dreher, and they're going to call a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Vikings. And Kylan Herman, we've seen that confidence grow. She's held some of the best guards in the state of Kansas to some of their lower averages on the season. And you talk about having to go up against Alyssa Shawnick, Chloe Neufeld, Cami Collum even had a few times in the last tournament game. She has to go up against some pretty dominant guards. 3 on the way, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Kara Beaton. That one won't fall. Down the block, and it's rebounded again by Harris. Harris already with 2 rebounds on the game. Here's McConnell. Meter. Straight away, 3's good. Aubrey Meter back-to-back triples. And it's a 6-0 early Bronco lead in the first quarter. A cut from Gregg, and that basket just off. And it's going to be last off of Gregg out of bounds. Broncos ball the other way. And oh my goodness, and we talk about someone who's gotten confidence from three-point range. That's Aubrey Meter. Came in averaging just 24% from three-point range today. Already 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Meter is going to be called for a travel. First turnover of the game for either team. Broncos averaging just 15 turnovers a game to their opponent's 17. So the Broncos almost was up to close to 18, but since that run in January the Broncos had, they've ballooned it down to just almost 14 turnovers a game. Impressive. Gregg has that one ripped away by McConnell. Numbers down the floor, Meters runner just off. Rebound Pavogel. About 3 minutes removed. The Broncos have had the Vikings number early in the first quarter. And they're going to give the first foul of the game to Addie McConnell. McConnell had to battle some adversity in that game, Caden. Early in the second quarter, took an elbow straight to the nose. Had the game stopped for about 10 minutes. But she battled the way through, ended up with 5 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Their buckets were timely in the fourth quarter to keep the Broncos alive in that game. Inbound play for the Vikings coming up. Near side baseline. Corner three on the way, beaten. That one does not hit. Rebound, Isla Herman. Herman, a career day, Caden, against Baldwin last week. Here's Kylan. The floater doesn't fall. Tipped around. Rebound to Bryn Spencer. And a foul under the basket real quick.
She had her career high well, no.
Just one away from her career high.
I'm thinking of Baldwin.
Or you're thinking of Meter against Wellsville at her career high of 27.
I think one of the Baldwin girls she broke her career high with
you must be thinking of Cami Collum, yeah.
Yes, yeah, she had a phenomenal game.
Had 19, and I'm going to say Meter was out of bounds whenever she was trying to toss it back. Broncos and Vikings make their first substitutions. It's the 5'5" junior Jaden Fricky for the Vikings. Keely Rodden checks in for the Lady Broncos. Gregg wide open, opposite baseline. She's fouled on the way up. 2 free throws coming up for Maddie Gregg.
Fouls on number 32, Keely Rodden.
Keely Rodden picks up her first foul.
Shooting for Seaman, number 32, Maddie Gregg.
Maddie Gregg, one of the most decorated women's basketball players in the state of Kansas. A 3-time all-conference mention and 3-time all-state mention. She was an all-state honorable mention her freshman year as Gregg gets the second one. Seaman's got their first point of the game. You talk about decorated, Caden, and Maddie Gregg's the definition of that. Seems Seaman every year just has more and more decorated players out of their program as Rodden trying to force a pass down low. Be in the hands of the Lady Vikings. It's already 2 turnovers in the first quarter for Spring Hill. Gregg trying to go for the seal down low, and Meter just could not quite get their hands on it. Almost ran into a cheerleader, but stopped herself right at the padding before she did. They'll go for Gregg, being guarded by Herman. Meter rips it away. Gregg still with it, trying to bat it around. Somehow still with the basketball. Ball is still up for grabs, and Meter snags it out of the air. Here comes Meter in transition, trying to do it herself. Finds an outlet in Isla Herman, and she's fouled inside the low block. They're going to give the foul to Kara Beaton. That's her first. Open look for Herman inside, and the basket's good. So Isla Herman is in the scorebook. 8-1 lead for the Broncos. Down low, layup missed. Dreher almost got her own rebound, but it's out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Vikings. Last off of Keely Rodden, I believe. It's been a really solid first quarter so far for the Broncos, Caden. They'll play this to Gregg. Rodden trying to poke it away from Gregg, and Maddie Gregg gets the bucket for Seaman. All 3 points for the Lady Vikings in this first quarter. Herman on the drive, off her foot, and unfortunately is going to go the other way. Kylan Herman checks out, and in is the 5'5" freshman in London Cheatham. We talk about confidence in the freshman. You mentioned Kylan, but London Cheatham also some of the best confidence on the drive I've ever seen. And the basket's there for Kara Beaton. It's her first. Now a 5-0 run for the Vikings late in this quarter. Broncos trying to swing it around, back for McConnell in the corner. Open is Rodden, layup missed. And it's batted to Kara Beaton for the rebound. Beaton Tries to pick it up off her dribble, and no good. Keely Rodden snatches the rebound for the Lady Broncos.
Cheatham's mom came up and visited it with us after the game. That was kind of nice.
Certainly is, and appreciates the positivity, and that's a positive basket for Addie McConnell. That's a big-time three. The Broncos just cannot seem to miss from beyond the arc. It's their third basket. 2 from Meter to make her 6 points. McConnell with a 3, and then Isla Herman has that 2, and Isla Herman to the block down low. Ayers is able to snag the rebound. Another basket missed. And it seems to be the Vikings still with chances, and Graggs eventually fouled. Dreher had 2 rebounds off that, and then Gragg was able to get that last rebound. It is fouled on the shot. Addie McConnell already her second personal, and the team's third of the quarter. Isabel Harris will look to check back into the game, believe for McConnell, as she's already with 2 fouls. Gragg misses the first free throw. Also, Isla Melius, the junior, to check in. McConnell and Rodden out. 2 subs for the Vikings as well. Ashton Ketchrin, the 5'3 junior, along with back into the game, Claire Pavogel, the sophomore. Gragg misses the second and rebounded by Isla Herman. Herman recorded her second double-double of the season. 28 points, 16 rebounds, 3 assists against the Bulldogs. Meter shot left short. Gragg the rebound, turns it over. Cheatham throws up her shot off the turnover, no good. Now on the other end, Harris, the block bunny continues for the Broncos. Denying Fricky down low. That's a big statement block from Isabel Harris, who had a few last time out. Broncos had 3 blocks against the Bulldogs. Long throw to Herman on the opposite wing. Harris collects it. Melius back to Herman. Open look 2. It's good. Isla Herman's got 4. Vikings with a chance here. 28 seconds. Less than a tenth of a second on between shot and game clock. Here's Gragg. We'll hang on to it as long as possible now. Isla Herman to guard. Meter, the switch on Gragg. Gragg trying to do it herself, and she's fouled, and the basket counts. Foul's going to be on Aubrey Meter. It's her first personal and the Broncos' 4th. So to avoid putting the Vikings in the bonus in the first quarter, Gragg will try and finish the 3-point play here. And cannot. But it's rebounded by Pavogel, and a jump ball's called. It's going to go with the Broncos. So now it's 2.4 seconds. Vikings in some full court pressure. Left Herman open. Will try and heave it herself. Does. And left it short off the front of the iron, and she knew that she wanted to make that one. But the Broncos have made themselves a nice little lead here in the opening quarter of play. 13-7 after 1. Second quarter coming up next here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
The University of Kansas Health System is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Kansas City Chiefs. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Health System cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live here for the second quarter. And folks, I just want to give you a quick update. If you're wondering about the wrestling broadcast we have, the girls' duel between the Lady Broncos and the Lady Trailblazers of Gardner Edgerton, that broadcast has unfortunately been called off due to some technical issues that unfortunately we cannot solve at the time. So again, if you were looking forward to that, we do apologize. We are going to have another event for you as soon as possible. Believe the next one we'll have on the air on our partner channels will be the Frontier League duels between, of course, all the Frontier League schools. That'll be in about a week and a half, so folks, be sure to tune into that. Again, apologize for the inconvenience. There will be most likely a spring event added on top of the regular schedule. Corner three on the way from Ketron, no good. Isabel Harris snags the rebound. There's the third board of the game. 6-point Bronco lead. Meter dumps it down low for Isla Herman. Basket won't fall, gets her own miss. Scrum on the floor for it, and it's turned over until the Lady Vikings miscommunication as a turnover on their end of the floor. It just looked to be the Vikings were just trying to go for an outlet pass and just nobody available there. And that time, a pass just left short. Herman trying to find Meter again on a quick give and go, but he'll stay with the Broncos, this time under the basket. Herman catch and shoot three off the front of the iron. Rebound, Bryn Spencer. Kylan Herman in hot pursuit to try and cut off Kara Beaton. Maddie Grank to the scorer's table. Here's a shot from Dreher. That one doesn't fall. Rebound, Aubrey Meter. To Kylan in the corner. Three on the way. It's good. And timeout called by Coach Tinsley and the Vikings. 16-7, Broncos lead it. Just a few minutes removed in the second quarter, and Kylan Herman picking up right where she left off. Back in just 30 seconds here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Broncos just cannot miss from three. Kylan Herman forcing a Coach Tinsley timeout. First by either team today. Pavogel for three to answer back. Won't go. Rebound Dreher. And a shot from Kara Beaton falls. That was all a second chance given to the Vikings. Meter drives in with room. Greg has that one blocked. Isla Melius the rebound. Herman throws it up and it's good. Isla Herman just undeniable in the mid-range game. Wide open look, just off. And Harris is fouled after snagging her 4th rebound of the game. We're going to give this one to Dreher. That's Dreher's first. And the first team foul for the Vikings. It's the Vikings team last year. They went 24-1. UKC champs. Finished runner-up at the state tournament. Lost to St. Thomas Aquinas. Kylan Herman, top of the three. Oh my goodness. Kylan Herman cannot miss back-to-back triples, and the Bronco bench loving it. And the Broncos still cannot miss from 3. Cuts to the basket, and the bucket good for Kara Beaton. All 6 of her points in the paint. Vikings just trail by 10. There's Melius. Long throw to Kylan Herman. Heat check 3. That one just off Isabel Harris, the rebound. Swung to Kylan. Floater up and in, no good. Isabel Harris almost had a hand on it, but it's Pavogel with the rebound. Broncos finally missed their first 3 of the game. Pavogel with a 3. That doesn't go. Isla Herman snags the board. That's her 4th. Incredible game for Spring Hill so far. 21-11. A little over halfway to play here in the first half. Meter throws up a floater. Can't bank it home. Lydia Dreher has her 6th rebound of the game. Long throw down for Bryn Spencer, and the basket's good. And a timeout called by Coach Tunnel and the Broncos to recollect themselves. Just a 30-second timeout. 21-13, Broncos lead by 8.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, 21-13, Broncos lead. 3:20 to play. Coach Tuttle sends Annie McConnell to the scorer's table. Broncos and Vikings, future UKC foes, starting next year. Kylan throws up a floater, denied by Gregg. Rebound, Lydia Dreher. It's her 7th rebound. Fricky lost her dribble, has to find some help. Thankfully, Kara Beaton on the other side of the floor is able to come up and help. Gregg, 3 from the corner. That one just off. Rebound, Aubrey Meter. Broncos will look to push the pace here. Trying to run the offensive set. Meter open on the wing, catch and shoot 3. It's good! Aubrey Meter, 9 points, all from 3. Aubrey Meter just been a consistent 3-point shooter in this first half. Extends the lead to 11. Gregg goes to work on Isla Herman, and the basket doesn't go. Isabel Harris snags her 6th rebound of the game. Broncos play quick. Here's Kylan to Aubrey. Isla trying to dump it down for Isabel Harris, and just couldn't quite fit it. Vikings basketball, they'll look to try and answer back. Down by double digits. Broncos have not fouled the Vikings in this second quarter. Vikings just trying to move it around. Here's Gregg. Trying to work on Herman and Melius. Basket doesn't fall. Dreher the rebound. Shot down low from Ayers won't go. Rebound Isabel Harris, and Gregg will foul her.
Fouls on number 32, Maddie Gregg. That's her first.
It's Maddie Gregg's first foul. McConnell and Rodden check in for Melius and Harris. How about Isabel Harris? 7 rebounds, just 2 shy of her season high at 9, or career high, I should say, at 9 rebounds in a game. Long throw, and Broncos not on the same page. Gregg, long throw to Beaton. You see the Vikings love to skip it around occasionally. If they want a shot, they're going to try and create it from skipping it around. And Gregg trying to fit the needle down low to Zermerly. Here comes Kylan Herman one-on-one. And it's last off the Vikings. Vikings just 4th turnover of the game. 44.2 seconds. Isla to Kylan. Rodden open in the corner. Trying to dump it down to Isla and not there. Stolen away by Lydia Dreer. Here's Beaton. Second between shot and game clock. Vikings trying to hang on to the last possession they can. Broncos playing some of the best defense. Rodden pestering Gregg, has to throw it up. That one just off, and they're going to say Meter did not touch the basketball. It's going to go the other way with the Broncos. They have 4.2 seconds for the final possession. Long throw to Rodden. Has it poked away. Isla snags it, and also on the floor for it was Beaton, but time expires as we head to the half. Broncos lead by 11. Viking band will lead us to halftime. Our Michael Grant at Farnborough Financial Services halftime show. Stats, thoughts, and more up next on your home of the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a 3rd-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Both my older sons have come through Strode Orthodontics. It's reasonable, it's been easy to make appointments and to follow through. Adam has finished the process and they've been fabulous for following up and making sure his retainers fit correctly. My younger son, Lucas, just started at 13. I would highly recommend Strode for anyone considering it. Starting the braces process, they'll tell you what's going on and make it easy, not scary, well-informed. It's nothing you can't handle.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, now time for a halftime show. Halftime show, of course, presented by Michael Grant at Farnborough Financial Services. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. 24-13 our lead at the half. Broncos been in control so far. Just one missed three so far for the Broncos. And Aubrey Meter leads the way for the Lady Broncos at 9 points. 6 points both from Kylan Herman and Isla Herman, and 3 points from Addie McConnell. For the Lady Vikings, leading the way is 5'7" junior Kara Beaton with 6 points, 4 from Maddie Gregg, and 5 points from Maddie Gregg and 2 points from Bryn Spencer. Just 3 different scores for the Lady Vikings at the half. And Kate, your initial thoughts on that halftime performance from the first half performance from the Lady Broncos? Impressive.
Oh yeah, they definitely they shot their threes, like we said, and they had one possession where I thought we could have been better on the offensive rebounds, but we'll hopefully get that cleaned up in the second half, and we got the ball spread around, but we had those consistent scores like we had mentioned that produced in the Weslow game. The seniors did really good, and we even got the young people in there as well to do some great things. So.
And you mentioned the offensive rebounding number. What's going to be the key to the second half for the Lady Broncos to get themselves in a better position?
I mean, just doing a better job with the offensive rebounds, and when you see the ball go, get 2 hands on it and then bring it down. I feel like a lot of times we've been trying to reach for the ball and it hasn't come our way, but just clean up from that end, and the shooting's great. Keep doing that, and continue to play great defense.
That's our key to the second half, presented by the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, reminding you to support our community and shop local. Keep up to date with Chamber events by visiting them online at springhillks.org or stop by the new office in downtown Spring Hill. 4.5 minutes till second half tip-off. We'll have that for you next here on your home of the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Every tax season a villain rises.
Keep those numbers messy. I thrive on confusion.
But when overpayment strikes, a hero answers the call.
You can't save them all, Captain.
Watch me. Prime Accounting, fighting for your deductions, protecting your refund. Don't let Tax Luther take your refund. Join Team Prime today. Power to the people who fight.
To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net. For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Find whole body wellness with Sozo Chiropractic in downtown Spring Hill. Relax and recharge with medical grade infrared. Experience natural relief with dry needling and acupuncture. Or try stem wave therapy, a cutting edge option for pain relief and healing. Whether it's you, your kids, or your family, Sozo Chiropractic is here to help you feel your best. Visit us at 102 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-0010. Sozo Chiropractic. Relax, restore, and live well.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in
Welcome back here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Folks, again, don't forget the 2026 Spring Hill Education Foundation Soiree, Twilight in the Vineyard at Bourgmont Winery. A Roaring 20s themed dance featuring live music, food, drinks, and so much more, all going towards a great cause, supporting the students and staff of the Spring Hill School District. Get your tickets with the QR code on the screen or visit the Spring Hill Education Foundation Facebook for more information. Saturday, March 7th at 6 p.m. at Bourgmont Winery. Don't miss it, folks. Goes towards a great cause. Back here with third quarter action. Broncos lead 24-13 after 2 quarters of play. 2 more. The Broncos just 16 minutes away if they can hang on for their 6th straight win. You'd have to go back to last year when they had that impressive stretch towards the beginning of the season. Kylan, floater, no good. Rebound by Bryn Spencer. Vikings were having quite a lot of open looks, but just were unsuccessful to capitalize on the layups, and costly turnover and a travel there to start off the game for the Vikings. And Caden, we saw it. This Vikings team, they can move the ball around better than anybody, but they just have not been able to cash in on the open layups. And
yeah, you know, that seemed to be the theme in the first half for the Vikings, and hopefully that continues for our sake. But you know, we'll just see what happens. You know, I
think we've been pretty consistent most of the time, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Meter, long throw to Kylan. 3 at the top, no good. Rebound, Karabeaton. That's the 4th for the 5'7" junior.
But unfortunately, basketball is a game of runs, and we'll see.
And a miscommunication there. Those errors not on the same page with, I believe it was either Beaton or Spencer was trying to the intended target of the pass. And again, this is a young Vikings team that graduated 7 seniors last season. One of them, of course, being Anna Becker, another decorated Lady Viking player in this program that helped the Vikings win the state championship just 2 years ago. Here's Greg for 3, and she knocks it down. Greg's got 8, and the Vikings back to a single-digit deficit.
I mean, basketball is one of those sports where, you know, if you get a lot of seniors graduating, you know, that's almost your whole starting lineup. And for most teams who would start seniors or upperclassmen.
The Broncos turn it over here, but a foul on the back half of the court.
I feel like most teams have a very good freshman, that ends up starting their freshman year, but
I'm going to give the foul to Aubrey Meter. That's her second personal, first of the quarter. But the Vikings had seven who were all conference mentions this past season. And the good majority of them being seniors. The only one that wasn't was Maddie Gregg. But
I feel like the question, that gets asked to a lot of coaches, and it's like, well, how well do we think we're going to be next year? And it's like, well, we got a lot of seniors that are graduating. That seems to be always their first answer. I've been around a lot of coaches, and they've always seemed to talk about who's going to be returning or who hasn't left the program, graduated.
That's a tough take. Isla Herman, just the basket could not fall. Isabel Harris, last one to touch it down low. Vikings ball the other way. But the Vikings, they're in a good spot. They're led by one of the best coaches in Matt Tinsley in his 9th season. And Gregg with the tough basket. That's already 10 for her in this game. Wasn't even the leading scorer is Kara Beaton, who had 6 points, and Gregg suddenly has found her rhythm in the third quarter. You can't let her get hot. Meter fadeaway jumper inside, no good. Kylan Herman almost had the rebound, but it's picked up by Addie McConnell. And a foul on the Vikings. Going to give the foul to, I believe that's Gregg. That's Gregg's second personal. It's the first of the third quarter. Broncos still looking for their first basket of this third quarter. Here's McConnell to Harris. And Kylan just cannot keep it alive. And the Broncos turn it over for the second time in this quarter. Vikings knocking on the doorstep, 2-possession game. Against a team that was one of the contenders alongside Spring Hill. Both with young programs with a lot of veteran leadership. Isla Herman hands straight up, gets the block and the rebound. Jump ball called. It's going to go back with Topeka Seaman. And this has been one of the most anticipated matchups on the Broncos schedule. You get to face a team that was just in the state championship last year, won the state championship the year prior, and has been to several under the direction of Matt Tinsley. They're going to get Isla Herman for a travel. Just tried to get it out as she was falling down. So another inbound play under the basket for the Vikings. It's to Gregg, back out to Beaton for three, and knocks it down. And Coach Tuttle is going to call a timeout. It's a full timeout. So the Broncos take their second timeout of the game as the Vikings trail by just a possession. 24-21, less than 5 minutes to play in the third quarter here. And you're on with the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing.
Okay, and the Vikings have strung together quite the run. Was down 26, was down with only just 13 points now have strung together 8 in this third quarter alone to put themselves down by just 3. Broncos have yet to score in this third quarter. What have you seen so far, Caden?
You know, we're not really executing on, you know, plays that, you know, we've executed in the past, you know, and I think we're making a lot of costly mistakes with, you know, maybe some fouls here and there, and maybe a little bit of turnovers, but hopefully we can clean it up here in the rest of the third quarter and the rest of the game here.
Kyla trying to find Kyla in, and Maddie Gregg was able to swipe it away. Vikings just need a 3 to tie. We know how lethal this team is from the perimeter. And they're going to get a travel called on Kara Beaton. Broncos need a basket. It'll be their first of the quarter. It'll be a crucial one. Put themselves back in momentum. First possession after the timeout, a turnover. What can they create here? Viking student section back and lively. Herman, shot no good. Lydia Dreer, her 9th rebound of the game. Long heave, Beaton to Gregg. Pulls up inside, and the basket no good, but rebounded by Bailey Ayers. Vikings second life here. Kick out for the tie on the way, no good. Rebounds, Ayers, and the basket's good. Vikings just trail by 1 now. Broncos playing with a bit of urgency here. Herman pulls up for 3. It's good! Just when you thought you had a doubt, Isla Herman puts the Broncos into scoring in the third quarter. And now is gonna steal here. Almost was costly. Her meter was able to collect it there. Broncos playing patient here. Back to a 2-possession lead, and Kylan Herman lost the basketball. And substitutions for the Vikings. Jaden Fricky and Claire Pavogel check into the game. Lydia Dreer, Bryn Spencer, the 2 off the floor. 4-point lead for the Broncos. About 2 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. Here's a 3 on the way, Beaton. Can't knock it down. Aubrey Meter with the rebound. That's just her 4th of the game. Isla thought about taking it herself. It's to McConnell. To Kylan on the wing for 3. Can't bank it home. Rebound, Kara Beaton. That's her 5th rebound. Mason Brackett will check in to the table momentarily. You can anticipate Coach Tuttle just wants some rebounds. They're going to send in the junior Mason Brackett. Gregg for 3. Won't fall. And scooped up by Ella Herman. Meanwhile, foul on the floor. It's going to be most likely it's on Pavogel. And it will be on Claire Pavogel. It's her first. Isabel Harris checks out of the game. In is the 6'1 junior and Mason Brackett, who did not play last game. Broncos felt comfortable with the rotation they had. But Mason Brackett, Broncos need some rebounds and some post presence, and they'll do that with a 6'1 junior. Long throw to Herman. It's last off the Vikings. Minute 8 to play in the third quarter. 4-point lead for the Broncos. And that pass got by McConnell. Kylan Herman saves it. Meter in the corner. Open look 3. Can't knock it down. Kylan Herman gives the Broncos second life. And that time they're going to give the Vikings a foul for a reach-in foul. It's going to be on Kara Beaton. They're going to give it to It's on Bailey Ayers. That's her first personal. Third team foul. Here's Meter. Inbound play to Isla Herman. Surveys, finds Brackett. Triple team down low. Swung around Herman for three. Can't knock it down, Mason. Brackett the rebound. Second life. Herman drives in. Floater no good. Foul on the floor. It's going to be on the Vikings. Well, wait what number this is on. I believe that's Ayers again. Oh, it's on Manny Gregg. That's her third personal foul. And the fourth on the Vikings. Can't give another one. They're trying to throw it for Brackett. Snatches it. Herman, the three. No good. Rebound scooped up by Bailey Ayers. It's her fourth board. 30 seconds. Shot clock is off. Vikings can have last possession if they want it. Ayers for two. Won't go. Rebound beaten. And a shooting foul on the Broncos. It's going to be on Kylan Herman. No correction. Mason Brackett picks up her first. And the first free throw good for Kara Beaton.
Coming in for the Vikes, number 4, Amy Alphen.
Amy Alphen, the 5'6" senior, checks in for the first time today. Here's the second free throw on the way for Kara Beaton. It's good. 2 for 2 trip. First 2 for 2 free throw trip for the Vikings. 2-point lead for the Broncos. Herman can make it 5. No. Rebound Ayers. Clock down to 5. Long throw for Fricky. McConnell rips it away. Here comes McConnell. Heaves it. And no good. What a 3 quarters it's been. The Vikings claw their way to a 2-point deficit. 8 minutes left to decide this one. Broncos, Vikings, future UKC foes going at it in Topeka. Who will take this one? Find out next on Spring Hill Sports Live.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience, with our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
or land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Fourth quarter up and going for you. 27-25, Broncos in front against the Lady Vikings. Broncos looking for their 6th straight win. McConnell for 3 to start things off. Just left it short. Bryn Spencer the rebound for the Vikings. Kylan Herman chases down Fricky. Will slow things up. In the corner for Gregg. Now Dreer has an open look. Gives it up. Seuss is Gregg. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Broncos defending. McConnell pokes it away. Fricky throws it up and it's off the mark. Kylan Herman the rebound. Broncos could use a basket here to start things off in the fourth quarter. Vikings a phenomenal third. Clawed themselves closer and closer to the Broncos, but Spring Hill able to buy themselves some buckets at crucial times, and the shot from McConnell just off. Spencer the rebound again. Up the floor for Fricky. Vikings can swing it around here. They average 52 points per game, held to just close to half of that. Broncos up there at 50 points per game, and they're held to just a little over half of that, if that. But a very defensive game. Gregg for the lead, no good. Rebound scooped up by Maddie Gregg, trying to do it herself, and she's fouled. Trying to give this to most likely Isla Herman, and they will. That's Isla's first of the fourth quarter.
That's her first personal foul.
Gregg only one made free throw in her 3 trips to the line. And the first one doesn't fall.
Checking in for the Vikes, number 15.
Kara Beaton checks in for Jaden Fricky. One more chance for Gregg. Cannot cash in. Rebound, Isla Herman. It's her 7th rebound. Three boards away from her 2nd straight double-double, 3rd of the season. Also, Isla just needs 1 more point, and Herman is denied. It was beaten down low. Broncos inbound play coming up. They'll spread the floor here. They'll look for Isla Herman. It's a handoff to Meter. Double teamed. Gregg trying to close in on Kylan. Broncos with some urgency, and they're going to get a travel on Aubrey Meter, and she didn't like that at all. It's now 6 turnovers in the second half for Spring Hill. Vikings with just 5. So both teams about even in the turnover department. 2 can tie it up, 3 for the lead. That's what's at stake for the Vikings. 3 on the way. Spencer takes a bounce off, and they're going to say out of bounds. Bryn Spencer wanted the lead and just could not cash in. Broncos will look for a bucket here. They've had the best scorers numbers so far in this second half. It's Harris. Throws it up and banks it home. Huge bucket for the 5'10 senior. Her first trip in the scoring column. The Broncos back with a 4-point lead. Open look for Ayers, and it's good. And the Viking student section back on their feet. 2-point game once more. Broncos will run the set. Have to reset it. Meter, open lane, right hand, throws it up, got it! Aubrey Meter with 11 now in the game. It's her first basket of the second half. Could have come in a much better time. Meter gets a tip on it and then fouls Lydia Dreher. Just came in a bit too late, and Meter picks up her 3rd personal. Timeout called by Coach Tinsley and the Vikings. Wonder if it'll be a 30 or 60. It'll be a full timeout. So Coach Tinsley takes his first full timeout of the game, and we'll keep it here to again once remind you of the 2026 Spring Hill Education Foundation Spring Soiree, Twilight in the Vineyard, Saturday, March 7th at Borgmont Winery. Begins at 6 o'clock in the evening. This Roaring 20s themed event is sure to be the time of your life. Don't forget, there's food, there's drinks, there's dancing. Again, music from dueling pianos, lots of food, lots of drinks, so much more. It's going to be a ton of fun. Again, all goes towards a great cause of supporting the schools and the students and staff of those schools in the Spring Hill School District. QR code, give you your tickets, or you can visit the Spring Hill Educational Foundation's Facebook page. Buy your tickets there. Don't forget, Caden We fully rocked out in a suit and tie and a fedora.
Yes, I will.
Zebra print fedora, mind you.
Exactly.
Caden is officially going. I put Curtis Kaiser on my tab to go as well,
Yes.
so.
Hopefully he's not listening or watching.
Curtis is definitely watching, so.
I knew he would be.
Curtis, we miss you, buddy. Can't wait to have you Friday. And that's going to be Viking basketball. Forcing Greg right at the baseline. Here it is, catch and shoot three for Spencer, no good. McConnell and trying to fight for it. Greg collects it. Now a wing three off the mark. It's going to head back with Spring Hill. Halfway through this fourth quarter. Two teams that were just in the 5A state tournament last year. Dueling it out for quite a big game for both these programs. Broncos looking for their 10th win of the season. McConnell has that poked away. And a foul for a push called on Kara Beaton. And this gym does not like that one bit. Kara Beaton picks up her second personal foul.
Foul is number 15, Kara Beaton. That's her second.
It's the first team foul of the quarter for Coach Tinsley's squad. Again, Coach Tuttle 1-0 against the UKC already. A big victory over the Mesa Linwood Bobcats back in the Paul Terry Classic in Emporia. Looking to make it 2 straight. And McConnell lost her dribble. Coach Tinsley wants to push the pace. Greg denied at the baseline. Has to give it up here. Vikings trying to move it around. One basket can put them back in a one-possession game, and they lost that one. Vikings wanted a foul. Broncos in transition. Meter to Kylan Herman. Corner three, just off the mark. And he grabbed the rebound. It's her 6th. Greg, deep three. Good! 13 for Maddie Gregg, and Coach Tuttle calls a full timeout. The Lady Vikings within 1. 2.5 minutes to play. And there's the dagger from none other than Maddie Gregg. 13 points from the senior. How will this one end? Find out next on Spring Hill Sports Live.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience and our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
For land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Look at the signs right there. How cute is that? Sitting right behind the Lady Viking bench.
That is so nice that the younger students in the community at the elementary schools and the middle schools could come out tonight and support the Lady Vikings.
And they've been treated to quite the game. 31-30. Broncos lead by just 1. Their smallest lead tonight. And a basket, preferably a 3, will put them back at a 2-possession game. Herman lost her dribble, recollects it. Meter backs out so she can reset the offense. Vikings pressing high defensively. Down to 6 seconds on the shot clock. McConnell, corner 3. Just off. Rebound chased down by Kylan Herman. Broncos will reset again. Shot clock is reset as well. Meter finds Harris, triple team, throws it away, but they're going to say last off the Vikings.
Wow.
24 seconds on the shot clock, minute 49 in the game. Broncos 1 point lead. Herman from the corner, good! Isla Herman's got 12, and the Broncos back to a 4 point lead. Grant to answer back. No. Batted around, the rebound given to Dreher and gets the foul. One more at the line for Lydia Dreher. Isabel Harris picks up her third personal, I should say. Dreher to make it a 1 point game again. Cannot. Isabel Harris, the rebound, her 8th. One shy of her career high at 9. 2 point lead, Broncos. Minute 15 to play. Shorthand pass to Isla. Kylan gets it back. Broncos just trying to run the offense, chew as much clock as they can, and they're going to get Claire Beaton for a reach and foul. It's a third personal on Beaton. And Coach Tinsley wants a timeout. It's a full timeout for Coach Tinsley.
That's her third. Timeout, Seaman.
Topeka Seaman takes a timeout. Coach Tinsley wants to talk things over. A 34-32, minute 2 left to play in this ball game. We'll have the rest for you here next on Spring Hill Sports Live.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, Coach Tinsley uses his third timeout of his 5 he has available. We'll take a look at the timeout situation here. Tinsley has a full and a 30 left. Coach Tuttle also has a full and a 30 left. So both coaches have 2 timeouts remaining. One of each different variety if needed. Which down the line, if you look at it, Caden, they're probably going to save them. The Broncos get a basket here. Vikings will look to try and go quick as they can to get a basket. If they don't, then they're most likely going to foul. So Coach Tuttle will talk about something to the table. Coach Tinsley also to follow. Wonder what it could be. I think they want to check the timeout situation. So Caden, what's it going to be for the Broncos here? Well, they're going to draw up.
If I knew, I would tell you.
I love that answer. The student section going with the follow the leader method.
Oh.
And a collision in the backcourt. And Coach Tuttle will take a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout that we'll stay here for. Total has 1 timeout remaining. It's a 60-second timeout. So, Caden, I think Coach Tuttle doing the right thing to take that timeout, try and get her team recollected. 18 seconds on the shot clock, 45 seconds remaining in the game. Last thing you want to do is take this game to overtime again. Be your second straight overtime game. And I believe right now what you're looking at is most likely she just wants to drop a play that'll get him a basket. Try and put them back to within a 2-possession lead.
You know, I'd probably hold the ball and for the majority of this, the rest of this shot clock, and you know, hopefully they can find maybe a 2, an open look somewhere. You wouldn't go for the 3, I wouldn't think. I mean,
No.
I guess if it's a wide open shot, maybe, but I don't know. Just go for a 2-point bucket if you can get it.
Broncos look calm and collected.
Potentially maybe to draw a foul, but Vikings aren't going to foul at this stage in the game.
They don't have much to give. All right, 3 team fouls. Broncos 2 team fouls. Harris swings it over to Kylan, now for Aubrey. Shot clock down to 5. Herman takes it herself, throws it down to Harris. Shot is missed. Last off the Broncos.
That's unfortunate.
Broncos will have to play some full court defense here. Broncos will sag back to their side of the floor. Bragg to get the screen from Dreer. Running a motion offense. Bragg, step back 3. Lifted short. Beaton keeps it alive. Bailey airs the rebound.
No.
Shot thrown up, just off. And the game is over. The Broncos survive and take this one on the road against the Lady Vikings. Coach Tuttle, her 10th win of the season, and it comes at no better time than a historic program like this Topeka Seaman team. What a battle. 34-32 the final. We'll have the postgame numbers for you next here on Your Home with the Broncos. Spring Hill Sports Live. Lady Broncos, winners of 6 straight.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
First Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Kansas City Chiefs and the University of Kansas Cancer Center are at the top of their game. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Cancer Center cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kucancercenter.org.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models, diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, now time for our post-game show presented by Elliott Insurance Group. Elliott has served area communities for decades. When you're out traveling to your next big event, be sure to look for an Elliott Insurance location near you. Or visit them online at elliottInsuranceGroup.com. Lady Broncos get it done here in Topeka. 34-32 the final score. A low-scoring defensive affair that the Broncos took the lead and never looked back. Never once gave up that lead against the Lady Vikings. They held on despite the second half surge and come away victorious. Winners of 6 straight now are the Lady Broncos. Winners of 7 of their last 8. Impressive run for Coach Tuttle and the Broncos. They improved to 10-5 on the season. The Lady Vikings fall to 8-7. Take a look at the numbers. First for the Lady Vikings, game high and team high 13 points from Maddie Gregg, 11 from Kara Beaton, 4 points from Bailey Ayers, and 2 points from Bryn Spencer and Lydia Dreher. For the Broncos leading the way, 12 points from Isla Herman, 11 from Aubrey Meter, 6 from Kylan Herman, 3 from Addie McConnell, and 2 from Isabel Harris. That does it for the scoring. Caden, your final thoughts?
Yeah, you know, a very well-fought game, hard-fought game, and it was very low scoring, and like you mentioned before, and yeah, just a lot of great things happening in the game. There was a lot of mistakes, some things that I think that they could clean up between now and the end of the year, but it was a nice game overall. Like you said, it's kind of a new territory coming over here, but it's definitely something that they're going to have to get used to as the season and the years go on with being in the UKC League. But it was a nice little teaser of things to come, and you know, hopefully we've that was just a great game.
A great, well-fought game, in fact. And again, for Coach Tuttle, who had one of her best Januaries, continues it up with a win in the month of February. They'll look to go 7 straight against the Lady Panthers on Friday. That'll do it for the first half of our doubleheader. Stay tuned. We'll preview this boys matchup between the Broncos and the 5th-ranked Vikings coming up next.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
First Auction Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Game 2 of our UKC preview doubleheader here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Live here again from Topeka Seaman High School in Capital City, Kansas. Brendan Bull and Ken Carvajo back here with you. Again, our coverage of Bronco basketball is presented by Strode Orthodontics. Again, once again, back into our Cover Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. It's the Broncos who enter in 9-5, 6-2 in Frontier League play against the 5th ranked in 5A Topeka Seaman Vikings, who enter in 12-3, 9-1 in the UKC. Again, happy that you joined us here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill's finest, Ken Carvajo. I'm Brendan Bull, and your voice of the Broncos back here with you from Seaman High School. And Caden, there's no better time to enter a game like this when you beat the 5th-ranked 4A team, the Baldwin Bulldogs, in dominant fashion, 59-55. And this Broncos team, they're shooting the ball better than anyone right now in this recent stretch.
You know, they really are. When I saw that they beat Baldwin on Friday, I was, you know, kind of, I wouldn't say surprised, but, you know, Baldwin's a very good team, and, you know, they have the Carr brothers there still. I think both of them are still there.
Just one.
Right, okay.
Just one.
I think Cooper graduated. Well,
Cooper graduated. He's at Mid-American Nazarene.
All right, yeah.
Well, sorry, Caleb graduated. It's Cooper that's a senior this year.
Yeah. I mean, anyway, that team is a very good team, and they've been great for a lot of years, and we just did what we needed to do there, and, you know, hopefully that carries on to tonight and the rest of the season.
And you look at that game, Caden. Broncos shot 53% from three-point range, one of the best marks this year. They also shot 90% from the free throw line, a metric which they've struggled in recent games, but not this one. The Broncos have been on their A game from the charity stripe, and it certainly helped them in victories like this. Again, Broncos winners of 4 of their last 5 games, which in that stretch they finished 1-1 against 2 6A opponents. They are 3-3 in non-conference games so far this year, but they enter in against 0-1 against the UKC so far this season. They lost previously to Baser Linwood again in the Paul Terry Classic, 40-44. However, this Topeka Seaman team beat Baser 65-55, so a 10-point victory. Again, they're led by legendary head coach Craig Cox in his 15th season at the helm of the Vikings, and they're of course led by the 6'4" senior Kevon Bonner, who that guy is one of the best basketball players in the state right now, and he's an unstoppable force. So what do the Broncos have to do to stop him?
You know, I feel like just doing what they've been coached with all year, you know, playing great defense and getting the ball to your playmakers, and, you know, not giving up costly turnovers, being smart with the basketball. All the little things that you may have heard, you know, if you played basketball, you know, throughout, you know, for you know, the way sports works, and fundamentals definitely are a big part of that. You know, as I watch this team, you know, they've had some ups and downs to the year like any team is going to have, but it's new territory here. You know, they're playing in the UKC next year, so they kind of got to get used to, you know, traveling long distances. Kind of like I said with the girls team, but, you know, the girls, they seem to figure it out, but you know, this team's a lot different, and we'll just see how it all shapes out.
It's the Broncos and the Vikings. Broncos looking for back-to-back upsets against number 5. We'll have starting lineups and tip-off for you next on Spring Hill Sports Live.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience, with our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
or land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
My experience at Strode Orthodontics was amazing. Like most people who had their first round of braces, I forgot to wear my retainer and so therefore had crooked teeth. I got engaged this year. I wanted straight teeth for my wedding, and so Dr. Strode was able to give me Invisalign, and now I have the straight smile that I've always wanted. We're gonna get such a welcoming experience here. The day of my wedding, I'm not going to be scared to take pictures. Now I can finally be confident with my smile on that big day.
Find whole body wellness with Sozo Chiropractic in downtown Spring Hill. Relax and recharge with medical grade infrared. Experience natural relief with dry needling and acupuncture. Or try stem wave therapy, a cutting edge option for pain relief and healing. Whether it's you, your kids, or your family, Sozo Chiropractic is here to help you feel your best. Visit us at 102 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-0010. Sozo Chiropractic. Relax, restore, and live well.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5370.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
My experience at Strode Orthodontics was amazing. Like most people who had their first round of braces, I forgot to wear my retainer and so therefore had crooked teeth. I got engaged this year. I wanted straight teeth for my wedding, and so Dr. Strode was able to give me Invisalign, and now I have the straight smile that I've always wanted. We're gonna get such a welcoming experience here. The day of my wedding, I'm not going to be scared to take pictures. Now I can finally be confident with my smile on that big day.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stos with Payola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Find whole body wellness with Sozo Chiropractic in downtown Spring Hill. Relax and recharge with medical grade infrared. Experience natural relief with dry needling and acupuncture. Or try stem wave therapy, a cutting edge option for pain relief and healing. Whether it's you, your kids, or your family, Sozo Chiropractic is here to help you feel your best. Visit us at 102 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-0010. Sozo Chiropractic. Relax, restore, and live well.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, now time to bring you the starting lineups for both teams. We'll start with the Vikings. It's a 6'2 senior Landon Wiltz, a 6'3 senior Matthew McConaughey, a 6'6 senior number 14 Griffin Zuniga, 6'1 senior Cameron Bryan, and a 6'4 senior KV Bonner. Of course, the five on the floor: Bruce Miller, Hedrick, Gebhards, and Byer. Dan the Taylor Man sponsored at tip-offs this year. Just listen to this gymnasium, folks. None like it. None better. Broncos, Vikings. Broncos trying to go for yet another upset. Tip off, won by the Vikings, and away we go. Game 2 of our doubleheader. Between the Broncos, so between the Spring Hill Broncos and the Vikings of Topeka Seaman. KV Bonner drives in, throws it up, and it's good. Well, that's somebody the Broncos are going to have to stop and watch at all times. Starts off the game in scoring. Broncos in the black uniforms, Vikings in the white. It's Hedrick in the corner. Ignores the screen from Byer. Thrown to Jackson Bruce. Shot clock down to 7. Eli Hedrick, corner 3 on the way. It's good! Eli Hedrick, or as I like to call him, heat check Hedrick, gets things going to the 3. Broncos in front by 1.
You know, that's what it's going to take. You know, find the open man and see what you can do from there.
Here comes Wiltz into the lane. Throws it up. No good. Rebound Jackson Bruce. Bruce takes it himself. Can't get the finish. Rebound by Matthew McConaughey. Not the famous actor.
That is awesome.
Everybody gets a kick out of that. And they're going to call a foul on Jordan Miller. And the Broncos don't like that. They thought it was on the Vikings, but they're going to give it to Jordan Miller. Look down low. Hedrick can't get the block. It's Cameron Bryan, the 2 points for the Vikings, back in front by just 1. Miller finds an open lane. Tough shot, can't fall. Rebound, McConaughey, it's his second board already. Bonner, the Rockhurst commit. Trying to do it himself. Coach Bouchard wanted a double dribble. Bonner dumps it down low for Zuniga. And the basket's good. Griffin Zuniga, third Viking to score already. Vikings up by 3. Gebhardt's had it poked away by Wiltz. Broncos still with it. Byer, look down low for Bruce. And they're going to call a reach in on Cameron Bryan. It's his first. Broncos, of course, led by Coach Connor Bouchard in his 4th season. 32-42 overall, 23-20 in Frontier League play in his tenure. One of the best seasons in his campaign at the helm of the Broncos. Here's Hedrick for 3, left it short. Rebound McConaughey, and they'll call a foul. Give that to Brooks Byer.
Was it rebound or retake? Retake on that scene, please.
So the Broncos already with 2 team fouls. Vikings with just 1. Vikings will play a 5-out look. Zuniga on the drive, can't fall, rebound, and the putback good for Matthew McConaughey. It's already 4 rebounds for the 6'3 senior. A 5-point lead for the Vikings. And off to Hedrick, here's Gebhardt's. Now for Bruce, thought about the deep 3. You know he can shoot the ball. There's Hedrick. That one doesn't fall. Byer collects the rebound and gets it off to Grant Gebhardt's. And it's a travel. Two subs in for the Broncos. Sam Harris wearing number 20. That's his black jersey number, is number 20. And then Henry Barnett also into the game. Off is Gebhardt's and Byer. And a miscommunicated pass from Bryan to Wiltz in the corner. Vikings are their first turnover of the game. Broncos again just searching for a basket here. I'd want to start off the game as the triple from Eli Hedrick so far. Missed the last couple. Hedrick had it poked away at. Here he is again. Looks to the corner for Barnett. Drives in baseline. Last off the Vikings. Broncos will inbound it here. Vikings led by 15th year man Craig Cox. Over 300 wins in his career. There's 171 wins at Topeka Seaman. 3-time state champion. Barnett, corner 3, got it! Henry Barnett with the triple, second one for the Broncos. All 6 points from beyond the arc, just a 2-point deficit for Spring Hill, which Coach Bouchard will send another Bronco to the scorers table, and Mikey Beck and also Peyton McAvoy. Wiltz, corner 3, yes sir! Landon Wiltz, first triple for the Vikings. Broncos now trail by just 5. Vikings student section bringing the noise. Miller saw an opening to Barnett, corner 3 again. That one does not fall. Landon Wiltz the rebound for the Vikings. Here's KV Bonner. Euro steps his way through and the bucket's good. Tough finish by KV Bonner, who's got 4. Offensive foul, they're going to call it on Jordan Miller. It's already Miller's second. It's the team's third. And they'll go to the table for both teams. For the Vikings, it's a 6'5" junior in Jack Esser. And for the Broncos, the 6'2" senior Peyton McAvoy and the 5'10" sophomore Mikey Beck. So Broncos a fresh new look outside Jackson Bruce. Vikings just only have had just one off the bench. Wiltz corner three. They're going to call a travel on KV Bonner. It's the second Viking turnover. Broncos, again, all points from beyond the arc. McAvoy looked like he wanted to make it another from beyond the arc. Has to give it up in the corner. Bruce under some pressure, double teamed. Eventually gets it away. Shot clock down to 10. Esser is going to be called for a reach. It's just the second foul on the Vikings in this quarter. Cameron Bryant had one earlier in the opening quarter. It's in 2 to play. Vikings starting off strong. 5 different scores for Topeka Seaman. Broncos at just 2. Barnett trying to create some space, and the basket inside doesn't fall. It's Landon Wiltz with the board for Seaman. Here's the Rockhurst commit. Bonner, Beck had it poked away. It's with McConaughey, kick out Wiltz. He'll try and look to drive, nothing there. It's McConaughey. Back for Wiltz again, shot clock to 10. Bonner gets a screen. And poked away, last off of KV Bonner, and the Broncos with the basketball. It's the third turnover by the Vikings in the opening quarter. Now we're just under a minute to play in the opening frame of the game. Bruce throws it up, can't bank it off the glass, tipped around, and Griffin Zuniga the rebound. Bonner, 3 over Beck, no good. Jackson Bruce, the rebound, lost it. But they're gonna get Esser with a travel.
Coming into the game for Seaman, number 21, Jack Becker.
Looks to be the Vikings will go to the bench once again. McConaughey off and in is the 5'10" junior Jack Becker. Wearing number 21. Less than tenths of a second between shot and game clock, and they just turned it off. They'll immediately double team Bruce to the corner for McAvoy. Broncos just trying to get some space. They're going to try and double team Bruce as much as possible. And they'll call a timeout to talk things over, which rightfully so. It's a 30-second timeout that we'll take with them. Broncos trail by just 7 in the opening quarter. They'll have the last shot next. Man at the helm, Coach Bouchard. He had a connection, actually. We'll talk about that. Opening of the second quarter. Meanwhile, Broncos will inbound. Barnett just gets it off in time, gets it back from McAvoy. McAvoy, open room, pulls up from the elbow, no good. Harris, the rebound, and he's denied as time expires. I imagine they might put a second on the clock, which they'll talk about now. They'll say there might be some time on the clock left. And they'll say quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
13-6 Vikings lead. Broncos have some work to do in the second quarter. Ending of the first half. Coming back at you here in just a minute on Spring Hill Sports Live. Up next.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Vet.
Back here, second quarter of action here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Brendan Bull and Caden Carbajo back here with you. Here again from Capital City, Kansas, Topeka. Here at the home of the Vikings. Last won a state championship in 2022. Of course, was won by current Vikings head coach Craig Cox. That was his third state championship. He'd won the last two at rival Shawnee Heights. Bonner the steal. He slips on the floor. And the scrum on the floor won by the Broncos. Beck pulls it from the corner and he's got it. Huge basket from Mikey Beck. And here's our attic storage of Spring Hill instant replay. Knew it as soon as it came off his hand. Big time bucket for the sophomore Mikey Beck. Beck not really known for shooting the three. 25% from the from three-point range is Beck. Wilts to answer, back with a three of his own. No. Rebound Brooks Byer. Broncos, they have two at the table. It's Hedrick. Gets a screen from Brooks. Now McAvoy, cross court to Barnett. Bailey saved it inbounds. Barnett spins, throws it up off the glass, no good. Tipped around and won by Jack Esser. Esser's first recorded statistic. Bonner goes to work on Beck, tossed. Last off McAvoy. And Coach Bouchard cannot believe it. He is fuming on the sideline. Matthew McConaughey and Cameron Bryan check in for the Vikings. And I can't tell if you're coughing or you're laughing at the fact that it's Matthew McConaughey.
Well, I was in both, and then I had to cough, which that happens a lot this time of year for me, but as does the majority of people.
I swear everybody's getting sick right now. It's insane.
Okay.
Long throw, Bryan, open three, drills it. It's 5 for Cameron Bryan, and Coach Bouchard saying, let's pick up the pace, boys. It's Bruce to Eli Hedrick. Now Gebhard's again. Broncos have some of the best shooters on the court. Gebhard's pulls up and he drills it from the elbow. Big time bucket from Grant Gebhardt, who normally hasn't seen much, or has not seen much of the basket so far. 2 points on the board in the last game against Baldwin. Been a steady presence for the Broncos. Bonner is denied, and it's last stop. The Vikings trying to save the basketball. Headed back the other way. Broncos again down 5. Closing in on 3 minutes removed in the first half. Second quarter, I must say. Broncos had a special guest before this big matchup. Legendary KU volleyball head coach Ray Bichard came in and talked to the boys. And Grant Gebhardt's hooked up to that pep talk. 4 points in the second quarter for Gebhardt's. Of course, Coach Connor Bichard and Ray Bichard related, of course. Eli Hedrick called for a reach. And, you know, we look at Ray Bichard and his resume that he had at KU. I mean, impressive in the volleyball scene. One of the goats of the game.
Yeah, you know, anytime that you're able to have like a special guest like that, that's, you know, that's been successful in their own right, and it's always nice to get some great insight from those select people that get chosen to get spoken to the team.
Hall of Fame head coach, and just the pure talent and well coaching comes and runs in the Bichard family. Deep three on the way for Wilt, and that one just off the mark. Right to Brooks Beyer, and Broncos cough it up, and then the Vikings cough it up in turn. Beyer to Hedrick, easy layup, offensive foul, basket's erased. They're going to give the foul to Brooks Beyer. It's already the second personal. And the referees are going to talk about something as Gebhardt's had a collision on the other side of the floor. The Broncos will quickly get a sub in for him. It's Henry Barnett. Beyer checks off. 3-point lead for Topeka Seaman. Halfway removed here in the second quarter. It's Bonner. Lost his dribble and taken up by Peyton McAvoy. And stolen right back by Bonner behind the back pass. Just won't go, but the put back good by Cameron Bryan.
What a pass that was.
What a pass indeed. Bruce tries to do it himself. That one doesn't go. Bryan the rebound. Up the floor, Bonner to the lane and good. And the Vikings on a little run. Broncos pushing in transition. Barnett is denied. Bryan, 3 straight rebounds. Looks to take it to the lane himself, and he's fouled on the shot. And Coach Bichard is angrily talking to the referee. So they're going to give the foul to Sam Harris. It's the first on him.
He is pacing back and forth.
And he is angrily letting the referees hear it. Bryan sinks the first free throw. Coach Bichard, you see him.
Yeah.
And there's another referee involved in this.
Yeah,
could we see a technical foul maybe? Okay, looks like the referee will step back, but Bichard is still livid. Bryan misses the second. Everybody on their toes for that one. Miller swung around Hedrick, a 3 from the top, no good. And Matthew McConaughey snags the rebound.
I'm gonna laugh every time. Every time.
Bonner, long skip pass to Wilt from the corner. Way off. Rebound Harris. Mikey Beck to the table for Coach Bouchard. Hedrick, meanwhile, down low. Harris throws it up, and it's good. Sam Harris, his first points of the game. Talented junior at 6'2", coming over from Metro Academy. Prime baseball player in his own right, but a tremendous athlete in general. Bonner slips and throws it away under the baseline. Mikey Beck will check in the game for Jordan Miller. 6-point lead for Topeka Seaman. Closing in on the 2-minute mark. Again, Michael Grant, former Financial Services halftime show, come up after the conclusion of this first half. Here comes a slam for Zuniga, but just opts for the easy layup. Broncos 6 turnovers in the first half. Hedrick a 3. Can't knock it down. Back gets the rebound. Barnett fakes out Wilt and gets the bucket. Barnett's got 5. Broncos just trailing again by 2 possessions. Topeka Seaman just patient in the offense, trying to move around. Back kind of just face guarding Bonner. Hedrick almost had a hand on Wilts' pass. Shot clock down to 10 for the Vikings. Bonner trying to go to work himself, and he lost it. Scooped up by Harris, who has to get an outlet. Eli Hedrick just keeps it alive. Hedrick down low for Beck, trying to force it to Harris, and Beck's going to be called for a foul.
Fouls on number 20, Sam Harris. That's his second personal foul.
Going to call the foul on Sam Harris instead, his second personal.
Coming in for the Broncos, number 2,
McAvoy off, Jackson Bruce back into the game. 15 seconds separate shot and game clock. The Broncos have a chance for last possession shot. Vikings will hang on as long as they can. Bonner will call for a screen, a double screen if that. Broncos had a trap set up, but Barnett shades off. And the fine to Zuniga. Zuniga's got 7. 10 seconds left. Harris to the corner for Barnett. Back inside for Bruce. Throws it up at the last second. It doesn't fall. And that's how this first half will end. It's an 8-point Viking lead after 16 minutes of play. Our halftime show coming up your way next on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic.
The University of Kansas Health System is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Kansas City Chiefs. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Health System cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
The University of Kansas Health System is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Kansas City Chiefs. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Health System cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com.
Our halftime show presented by Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected to protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or online fbfs.com. Also call them at 913-592-2336. Brendan Bolin, Kenny Carbajo back here with you. 25-17 our score at halftime. And we'll take a look at the numbers. First for the Vikings, leading the way, Cameron Bryan with 8 points. 6 points from KV Bonner and Griffin Zuniga. 3 points from Landon Wilson. 2 points from Matthew McConaughey. For the Broncos leading the way, it's Henry Barnett with 5. 3 from Eli Hedrick and Mikey Beck. 4 from Grant Gebhards and 2 from Sam Harris. So pretty diverse scoring, and leading the way is Henry Barnett. Jackson Bruce has been held to just a rebound in this game. And Caden, what's worked for the Broncos so far that you've seen?
You know, I think getting the threes have definitely been there. You know, that's been there all season, quite frankly. But you know, getting into the paint, you know, finding those shots that are more high percentage, because they make a lot of the high percentage shots, and you know, even though the threes are there, they're kind of maybe a lower percentage shot, and so taking the higher percentage shots basically, and playing good defense as always. We have a little bit of turnover trouble. It's maybe some rebound issues, but nothing that can't be cleaned up in the second half.
That's our second half key to the game, presented by the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, reminding you to support our community and shop local. Student office in downtown Spring Hill, and keep up to date with chamber events. Visit them springhillks.org. It's been our Michael Grant at Farnborough Finish Services halftime show, 3 minutes away from second half tip. Be back with second half action here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Broncos trail 17-25.
Both my older sons have come through Strode Orthodontics. It's reasonable, it's been easy to make appointments and to follow through. Adam has finished the process, and they've been fabulous for following up and making sure his retainers fit correctly. My younger son, Lucas, just started at 13. I would highly recommend Strode for anyone considering it. Starting the braces process, they'll tell you what's going on and make it easy, not scary, well-informed. It's nothing you can't handle.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Every tax season, a villain rises.
Keep those numbers messy. I thrive on confusion.
But when overpayment strikes, a hero answers the call.
You can't save them all, Captain.
Watch me. Prime Accounting, fighting for your deductions, protecting your refund. Don't let Tax Luther take your refund. Join Team Prime today. Power to the people who file.
To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Find whole body wellness with Sozo Chiropractic in downtown Spring Hill. Relax and recharge with medical grade infrared. Experience natural relief with dry needling and acupuncture. Or try stem wave therapy, a cutting edge option for pain relief and healing. Whether it's you, your kids, or your family, Sozo Chiropractic is here to help you feel your best. Visit us at 102 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-0010. Sozo Chiropractic. Relax, restore, and live well.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, the Vikings, number 5 in 5A, ranked by the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association. Broncos beat 5A, or the number 5 in 4A in the Baldwin Bulldogs just this past Friday, but now number 5 in 5A, the test ahead for Coach Bouchard and his squad, just trailing by 8. Starting fives back on the floor for both teams. Ball's inbounded from Bonner to Wilson. Away we go here in quarter number 3. Bonner to try and work on Miller. Beautiful defense by Miller, but the look to Zuniga is right there. Zuniga's got 8 points for the Vikings. Tying Cameron Bryan with 8 as well. Beautiful look for Byer. Just can't get the pass to Miller to fall. A rebound by Matthew McConaughey, who's got 6 already, and they're going to call an early foul on Byer, who's indicated to the referee that he wanted a bar, an arm bar. I'm going to give Jackson Bruce the first foul.
First team foul.
Inbound play It'll be Bonner. He finds Matthew McConaughey. All right, all right, all right.
That had to happen.
Miss from Bryan, and the second chance bucket good. Cameron Bryan's got 10. Game and team high. Byer. Bully ball down low. They're going to call a flop warning on Matthew McConaughey.
Wow. Great acting.
And the Viking fans who spread out in this gymnasium not approving of that call. Although if you remember, we go back to the girls' game, and Bonner has that one ripped away. Here's Bruce to the lane, it's good. And Jackson Bruce taking it himself. Big early surge, and open down on the other side of the floor. Griffin Zuniga, he's got 10 as well. 20 points from him and Cameron Bryan combined for Topeka Seaman's 31. Miller is fouled on the shots. I'm going to give the foul to Cameron Bryan.
Fouls number 15, Cameron Bryan.
It's his second, team's first.
First team foul.
So here's Jordan Miller.
Broncos number 3, Jordan Miller.
65% at the free throw line. First one's good for Jordan. Started in all 14 games this season for the Broncos. Started a good majority last year. Miller, perfect 2 of 2 at the line. It's Baldwin on Friday. And a perfect 2 of 2 here in Topeka. Mikey Beck checks in for Jordan. Broncos will run a full court set. Back and forth across the timeline, it's Bonner. McConaughey to Zuniga. Here's McConaughey to go to work on Bruce, and the bucket's good for Matthew McConaughey, who's got 4. Here's Bruce, throws it up, and it's good. Jackson Bruce has 4. After being shut out in the first half, Bruce has got 4 points already in this third quarter. Somebody who Coach Bouchard really needed to come alive in this third quarter, and certainly has been that. Now it's about getting this team to within a sizable margin, and they're going to call foul on Eli Hedrick. Second personal, second team. Miller checks into the game.
Fouls on number 5, Eli Hedrick. That's his first personal foul.
That's going to be, I'm going to say it's his first, but it's his second. Kephardt's out of the game. Vikings work it around on the inbound. Down to 15 seconds on the shot clock. Bonner to go to work on Beck. Open look, Bryan fakes out Bruce. Has it poked away by Byer. Wiltz picks it up, swung around down low, and they're going to call a travel. Great defensive set by the Broncos.
Let's see what they can do with this possession to cut into this lead here.
8-point Viking lead. Broncos haven't trailed by more than 10 in this game. Miller to Bruce. Tried to get some separation, but double teamed. Pulls up from the elbow and knocks it down inside. 6 for Jackson Bruce. Broncos 2-possession ball game now. Just seems like anytime they get close, the Vikings just find a way to get a basket. Beautiful motion. Wiltz throws it up, and it's off. Byer grabs his 3rd rebound of the game. Broncos swing it around. Here's Byer to the lane. It's good. Timeout called by Coach Cox. It's a 30-second timeout. Doesn't look pleased about something. But Coach Cox has used his first timeout as back come the Broncos. Down by 4. 3:41 to play in the 3rd quarter. Broncos on a run and on a mission to have their first lead of the game.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, and what's been a phenomenal 6-point run for Jackson Bruce in the 3rd quarter. Broncos find themselves down by now 4 in this 3rd quarter. Just stunning the Vikings offense. The Broncos, who had to claw and prowl their way back into a tight contest against the Bulldogs last Friday. They're no stranger to situations like this, and they're able to keep up with the Olathe South. It's a team in Spring Hill that's not afraid to shy away from any challenge. Long throw, trying to go for Beck, and stolen away by Bryan. 3-on-2 down the floor. They're going to say last touchdown for Bruce. Zuniga trying to go behind the back for KV Bonner. Long throw, that's off the backboard. Henry Barnett. Scoop it up here. Miller going to be called for a double dribble. Just kind of picked it up there and had an extra few dribbles before he got whistled dead for it. It's only just the 2nd turnover for the Broncos in the 2nd half. Vikings with 3. Bonner to attack on Beck, throws it up and it's in. That's 8 for Bonner. Go back to the matchup against Lawrence Free State. He had 22 in a dominant fashion. Broncos defense has held him at bay so far, relying on the counterparts to do the job. Byer has that one poked away by McConaughey. Bonner pulls up. Foul called on Miller, and he can't believe it. It's Miller's 3rd personal now. Bonner to the line to shoot 2. Again, committed to play at Division II Rockhurst in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Team that played in a pretty tough tournament, McPherson. Bonner makes the first free throw.
Number 20, Sam Harris.
They went. They played Hutchinson and Free State. McPherson tournament. Washburn Rule, another opponent they faced as well, and Bonner knocks down the 2nd one. Before that loss to Hutchinson, they won their last 6 games and won 8 of their last 9 in the first part of the season. Bruce to the lane, banks it home. 8 points for Jackson Bruce, all in the 3rd quarter. Broncos continuing to keep things close. Bruce with some of the best shooting metrics on the team. Averages 14 points per game, has 6 rebounds a game. Miller, the team leader in assists with 4. Bonner, a 3 over Beck, and he's got it. It's now 13 for KV Bonner. As they say, don't awake the beast. Barnett to the floor, keeps it. Timeout, Coach Bouchard, 30-second timeouts.
Timeout Broncos.
Bouchard uses the other 30-second timeouts as the Broncos just have 3 full timeouts remaining. 9-point Viking lead, KV Bonner coming alive in the third quarter.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Coach Bouchard has 3 timeouts remaining. They're all 60-second timeouts. For Topeka Seaman, just 3 fulls and a 30. So 4-3 in the timeout department in favor of the Vikings. Broncos will look to try and get a basket out of the gate. Beck doesn't have that basket. It's rebounded by Harris. Broncos with second life here. Shot clock resets. Beautiful spin move from Hedrick. The mid-range jumper no good. Cameron Bryan with the rebound. Finds Landon Wiltz for the easy bucket. That's 5 for Wiltz. Broncos now down by 11. It's their largest deficit tonight. Bruce trying to spin his way through, and they're going to call a foul on the shot. 2 at the line coming up. They're going to give it to Jack Esser. That's the second on the 6'5 junior. Second team foul. Bruce to shoot 2 at the line. 72% from the line is Jackson Bruce. First one no good. Bruce went 4-4 against Baldwin. It looked like the Broncos could just not miss from the free throw line. Byer checks in for McAvoy. And Jack Becker, second appearance tonight, the 5'10 junior. Here's Bruce's second free throw on the way. Good. Jordan Miller checks in for Jackson Bruce. 10-point lead. Vikings do. Mikey Beck to face guard KV Bonner. Try and take him away from the basketball. Cameron Bryan across the timeline. Less than 1/10 of a second between shot and game clock. Wonder if it'll be turned off. No, just make 5/10 of a second difference. Seaman will hang on to it as long as they can. Byer guards up on Bonner. Byer rips it away, throws it up, and just left it short. And Coach Bouchard is livid. And he did not like that at all. After 3, Broncos trail by just 10.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Coach Bouchard fired up on the bench, and we're fired up here on the broadcast as we have the final quarter of action here for you from Topeka, Kansas. Here at Topeka Seaman High School, Brenda Bolin, Caden Carbajo back here with you. Final 8 minutes of play. Broncos trail by 10. It's been the best quarter of Bronco basketball we've seen in this game. It's the fake handoff play the Broncos love using. Miller throws it to Byer. Kick out, back corner three. Just off the mark. Rebound, Cameron Bryan. Solidly packed gymnasium here at Seaman High School. Long throw to Bryan. Corner three on the way. It's good.
He was dialed in on that one.
And the Vikings get things going in the last quarter. Hedrick, open room, floater, good. Eli Hedrick's got 5. There's our attic storage of Spring Hill instant replay. Bonner dumps it down. Brooks Byer there to deny him, but he's going to be called for a foul. It's the 3rd foul on Brooks Byer.
Fouls on number 35, Brooks Byer. That's his 3rd personal foul.
So to the line to shoot 2. It's Jack Becker makes the first. Henry Barnett and Jackson Bruce check in for Harrison Beck. One more for Jack Becker, the 5'10 junior. And second one off, rebound Byer. Broncos will go quick in transition. Barnett, corner three, Wilson his face, no good. Another rebound for Cameron Bryan, that's his 7th. Wiltz, step back three in the corner, back-to-back triples. For the Vikings, Landon Wiltz with 8. Miller threads the needle for Barnett, doesn't fall, and he's fouled on the second chance. 2 free throws at the line coming up for Henry Barnett. They're going to give the foul to, wait, yep, it's Jack Esser, that's already his 3rd. So Griffin Zuniga to the table. Meanwhile, Barnett to shoot free throws, one of the best free throw shooters on the team, 75%. Barnett makes the first.
Subbing in for the Vikings, number 14, Griffin Zuniga.
To the bench goes Jack Esser. One more for Henry Barnett. Because the one thing you just couldn't want to do is let the Vikings get hot from beyond the arc, and so far they've done just that. Peyton McAvoy checks in for Barnett. Henry's got 7 as he heads to the bench. We saw early in the season, Caden, the Broncos run of their rotation as large as 14. Now they've kind of slimmed that down just a little bit. Kind of rolling with a squad that they feel is comfortable enough to get them in good situations. Here's Bryan. Becker for Bonner. Down to 10, Wiltz, another corner three. Can't knock that one down. Rebound collected by Jackson Bruce. Coach Bouchard wants a quick transition basket. Heat check, Hedrick for 3, no good. It's Griffin Zuniga, the rebound. Drives in on McAvoy, blocking foul. Landon Wiltz will collect 2, and he's got a chance at 1 more at the line.
Fouls on number 22, Peyton McAvoy. That's his first personal foul.
McAvoy picks up his first personal foul. So here's the 6'2" senior, Landon Wiltz. Makes the free throw.
Coming in for Seaman, number 12, Matthew McConaughey.
And Matthew McConaughey checks in. And again, there goes Caden starting to laugh again.
His parents must have known what they were doing. When
They had to.
They had to.
They easily had to have.
But I'm sure, they've told him, you're obviously your own person, and you kind of make, obviously don't compare yourself. But.
Jack Becker picks up his first foul.
That's probably how Alex Smith felt. I don't think you've met him yet, but one of our other broadcasters, he moved back to Minnesota. He was here for a couple years on the Spring Hill Sports Live team.
There's a long list of broadcasters we've had on this channel. Miller shot no good. Rebound Bryan, and Miller's going to be called for a foul. That's Miller's 4th personal now.
That foul's on number 3, Jordan Miller.
Gebhardt and Sam Harris into the game. Byer and Miller off.
Number 30, Noah Larash.
6'4" sophomore Noah Larash checks in for the first time, wearing number 30. .16 Viking lead. 3 minutes removed in the last quarter. Zuniga, the drive, no good. Eli Hedrick, the rebound. Up for Harris, layup's good. Sam Harris has 5. Excuse me, he's got 4, excuse me. Harris with 4. And the give to Larash is good under the basket. Griffin Zuniga the assist. Broncos again hunting their way back into this one. Bruce fouled on the shot. 2 free throws coming up.
Fouls on number 12, Matthew McConaughey.
They give the foul to Matthew McConaughey. It's his first personal. Bruce 1 of 2 in his first trip to the line. First one's good.
Subbing in for the Broncos, number 23, Michael Beck.
Mikey Beck checks in for McAvoy. Here's Bruce's second free throw. It's good. Bruce is in double figures with 11. Broncos will look to go with a full court press, but it's Bonner across the timeline. Zuniga, a 3, no good. Tipped around, won by Becker, who gets the putback basket. First 2 points for Jack Becker. Fadeaway jumper inside for Bruce, no good. And last off, Jack Becker. Jackson Bruce inbound, 3.5 to play. Student section wants somebody on the bench. And Becker again trying to pursue Jackson Bruce. Pokes it out of bounds. Broncos now inbounds right near their sideline. Out pops out Eli Hedrick. Hedrick trying to spin, and he lost his dribble. And that's now the 4th Bronco turnover in the second half. Bonner trying to feed it through to LaRoche, but last off the Broncos. And the Bronco fans don't agree with that one. Landon Wiltz checks in for Matthew McConaughey. It's Wiltz who receives the pass. Bonner directs traffic. 3 over Mikey Beck, and it's good. KV Bonner's got 14. Or make it 16, excuse me, for Bonner. And that pass trying to go for Gebhard's lost. They'll say it was tipped off the Vikings, so Broncos will stay with it here. Hedrick drives in, fakes, throws it up, no good. Tipped around Zuniga, the rebound for the Vikings. Bonner feeling himself. He's got another. It's now 19 for KV Bonner and a 22-point Viking lead. Bruce, heat check 3. He's got it to answer back. They'll say it was for 2. We'll see if Bonner tries his luck again. He's thinking about it. Oh, he gives it off. Wide opener. Becker misses the easy layup. Gebhard's the rebound. Jackson Bruce wants to play takeover. Here it is. He's fouled on the shot. 3 free throws coming up for Jackson Bruce. They're going to give Jack Becker his second personal foul.
Number 21, Jack Becker, that's his second personal foul, 4th team foul. Shooting free throws for Spring Hill, number 2, Jackson Bruce.
Here's Jackson Bruce again, his 3rd trip today, and you see Coach Bouchard going deep to the bench. Bruce makes the first one. We'll see a fresh new 5 on the floor for the Broncos. Or a fresh 4, I should say. Bruce's second free throw, good. So into the game comes Braden Brenner. Braden Brenner, Brady McCormick, Mason Dodson, and Sam Harris. And Coach Cox will comply with whatever the crowd wanted. Bruce sinks the free throw. He's out of the game. And Gabe Sanderson checks into the game. Vikings also with a new face. It is, well, it's Connor Scholes, the 6-foot junior. 3 more to the table for Coach Cox. Bonner working on Dodson. Skips it across for Zuniga. Back for Bonner again. 3 on the way. Left it short. Rebound, Braden Brenner. Brenner double teamed already. Dodson trapped for Brenner. Baseline drive. Euro steps his way in. Denied by Wiltz. Long throw for Zuniga. Slam time, but he missed it. That's unfortunate. Timeout. Coach Craig Cox and the Vikings. 30-second timeout. But the damage has already been done. 62-46. At the timeout for a substitution. Brendan Dubert checks in for Sam Harris. Bo Molden, Jackson Ralph, and Jensen Martin, the new faces for the Vikings. Here's Brenner with the steal. Martin pokes it away. Count the bucket for Braden Brenner. Jensen Martin picks up his first personal. Brenner completes the and one. Last possession for the Vikings. Fans start to file out. Meanwhile, here's a steal for McCormick. 2-on-1 down the floor. McCormick, the tough basket. And the Broncos bench excited and alive. Love to see the effort there. Sanderson pokes that one away from Larache. Down play for Scholes. Shot clock is off. Broncos bench just trying to play with some excitement here. Sanderson pokes it away, taken up by Brenner. Long three, almost made it, but just off. Final score here, 62-51. The final here in game number 2 from Seaman High School in Topeka, Kansas. Our post-game show presented by Elliott Insurance Group. Coming up next on your home of the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Broncos and Vikings split even in Topeka.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5360.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience and our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
For land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
First Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
there's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience and our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
or land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
option bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now.
Our post-game show presented by Elliott Insurance Group, and you look at the Seaman High School alma mater song and all the state championship banners they've been able to hang in this gymnasium. Most recently being girls basketball state champions in 2024. Get live from Topeka Seaman High School here in Topeka, Kansas. Brindable and Caden Carbajo back here with you to wrap up this matchup. Final score 62-51. Vikings 2 straight victories, improved to 13-3 on the season. Broncos fall to 9-6. And their 3-game win streak has been snapped. Caden, your thoughts on the game?
You know, I think a lot of missed opportunities. You know, I'd say missed opportunities, but because they definitely had them. You know, we just ran into a flat-out better team. You know, this is going to be the norm here in the next year and so on, and we just got to get used to this level of play. And we didn't play a bad game, but definitely some chances that you would have liked to have back.
And of course, looking at, you know, what's coming up ahead, they've got a few more UKC matchups. Lansing and Leavenworth back-to-back on the 9th and 10th of February next week. So it'll be interesting to see what those 2 games will look like, Caden.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And just more of the new league teams next year, or, you know, in the coming games. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how they adjust to the new level of competition.
So we take a look at the numbers and scoring. First for the Broncos, leading the way, Jackson Bruce with 17 points all in the second half. Incredible game from Jackson Bruce. I mean, he was shut out in that first half, and then did what he needed to do in that second half to, you know, he regained his confidence. He was able to find ways to create scoring opportunities for himself and his teammates, and that's what you want to see out of your junior leader in the second half. Just him to be able to create his own opportunities and be able to dish it out as well.
You know, he delivered in times when we needed him to deliver. You know, he found the open guys, and he was able to get open to score some points there and kind of settle into the game. But, you know, it's only bigger and better things to come for this team.
I'm going to take a look at the numbers in scoring. We'll head out first for, start off with Topeka Seaman. These numbers just a bit off on. Landon Wiltz finishes with 12. I had 19 for KV Bonner. An impressive game from the senior, which we held him in check in the first half a little bit, but he was unstoppable tonight, and as soon as he got hot from three, he drilled them left and right, and even had one from the far side logo on the opposite wing. I mean, he was just feeling himself, and you can't blame him.
Yeah, just very, very talented players on Seaman's team, and you pick out one player, and that would be the player, and they've had a lot of I've heard a lot of names get repeated by you and throughout this game, and I mean they going on to the year, I feel like they would find players that they can kind of pick as the guys that they need to watch throughout the game, and there's certainly two or three guys that you may need to watch on certain teams that that you can kind of pick your battles, and who are you going to hone in on and trying to get the ball from during the game and kind of zone in on those players.
I had 14 from Zuniga, 12 from Wiltz, 4 from McConaughey. And then there's 3 from Becker, 2 from LaRoche. There must be a basket I must have, not erased, but overall is a dominant performance. 62 from the Vikings, of course, with the Broncos, 17 from Jackson Bruce, 7 from Henry Barnett. Henry Barnett's been a solid second option player for the Broncos off the bench, and that's kind of someone that they've been looking for really all game, and I think he's really delivered so far in Henry Barnett, and what he's been able to do the last few games, incredible.
Yeah, I mean, you look at guys like, even the guys that didn't get many minutes to start the year, like Gebhardt, he hasn't started many games, it doesn't seem like.
He started all but just about one.
Okay, but players that don't really get recognized a lot, and he's definitely one of them. And like you mentioned, can't even think of the guy you were talking about. Barnett, yeah. Henry Barnett is definitely one of those guys. And later on in the year, you need guys like that to step up, because you're not always going to – you're going to face better competition as the season goes on. And so come March, everybody's going on the same page. They've seen everything. They've had experience in big games like this, and that's what you're going to need to have come postseason play in sub-state.
And, I mean, in terms of this game, this is not a bad loss at all. I'm not going to put it in the books as a bad loss. Like you mentioned, Caden, this is just a really good team you had to face. And when you look at how the cards fell, it just, in terms, Broncos just, the first half for them, they had their leading scorer shut out, and then they had to find ways to fall back into this game. And they did. They had a really good stretch of getting back in this game, but again, unfortunately, just Topeka Seaman, they got hot in those third and fourth quarters. Why? They were able to knock down the three-point balls they needed to. So I think that's what really separated this game.
Oh, definitely. And they got hot. That's pretty much what they did. And it's easy to say, they could have maybe guarded the three better. But if they're continuing to go down, you can't really do much. And they kept shooting them because they kept making them. That's kind of really what it came down to there in the second half. That's kind of that their offense really ran on the three-point line.
I mean, KV Bonner was just shooting him straight in the face of Mikey Bank, and Mason Dotson was drilling him. I mean, it's hard to stop a player like that with almost a perfect release.
Yeah, and
when he's in a rhythm, you can't really stop him outside of you got to foul him or at least get a hand on the ball. That's pretty much all you can do.
Players can get the ball out quick, but very quick, and you got to be ready. But as we saw tonight, you kind of take what you can get, and they weren't given a lot because they kept getting shot at, and they ultimately fell in.
So it's going to be an interesting game Friday. We're taking on the Pale Panthers. When you look at this matchup on paper, as a team that out of the gate they started off really hot, but then all of a sudden kind of fell into a bit of a slump. But they're still a really good team. And you look at the 6'8" twins of Hoyt and Lane Hoffine and what they've been able to provide offensively for the Broncos. That's going to be a size matchup that we're going to have to watch, is how well can they guard the paint. Despite the tallest player on the roster being 6'4" Jackson Bruce. So he's gonna have to guard up on somebody in terms of, you just got to play. You just got to, despite the size disadvantage, you just got to play bigger.
Yeah, it being a rivalry game definitely helps that we're at home. But yeah, being a rivalry game like this, and it's gonna be loud in that gym on Friday, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And you mentioned their height on their team, and you just got to play big and see what you can do.
You also can't forget they have a young core and head coach Ryan Oshel, who knows a thing or two about putting his teams in the right positions to win. And despite all the past few seasons he's gone through, one where he didn't win a single game, to now he's had a solid program this year and even last year as well. He's starting to put things together. But again, it's a matter of, can the Broncos knock down the shots timely again, and can they play from the perimeter? That's the one thing we're going to have to look at. For the Lady Broncos, though, who have won now 6 straight games, they're going to take on a young Panthers team, a very young Panthers team that has a few sets of leaders, but it's going to be a challenge for the Lady Panthers. The Broncos have just been playing offense so well, but I'm not counting out the Lady Panthers. Coach Butler, former national champion in Emporia State, she's always been she's always had a well-coached team. So I'm not going to shy away from the Lady Panthers giving the Broncos a challenge. So we'll see how Friday goes. Curtis Kaiser will join us back home in Spring Hill as the Broncos take on the Panthers again on Friday. Coverage begins at 5:45 p.m. here on your home of the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. That'll do it for us here from Topeka Seaman High School in Topeka, Kansas. For Kate and Carbajo, thanks to all our sponsors and our viewers for tuning in tonight. I'm Brendan Bullen signing off. Go Broncos. Have a blessed night.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.